Another example is what happened when the Bloomberg administration and the Gates Foundation, a very important player, and if you guys want to talk about the influence of big philanthropy, which I'm doing a lot of work on these days, we can do that later, when they discovered the Julia Richmond complex in about the year 2000, which is really the birth of the Gates Foundation's K-12 education philanthropy. That's when they appoint their first education director, a man by the name of Vander Ark, who comes to New York, goes to the Julia Richmond complex, spends a year trolling the halls, watching the classes, looking at the portfolio model that the students are producing. And he's infatuated, and he actually ends up testifying before Congress, and I'm only slightly exaggerating when I say that he basically tells Congress he's found the solution to what ails American education. It's small schools, okay? Meanwhile, back at the ranch at the Julia Richmond complex, Ann Cook, for a year, had been telling him small is a necessary but not sufficient ingredient for improvement. Necessary but not sufficient, okay? And what she meant by that was, and by the way, I disagree with her, and I'll explain why, that small schools are necessary. Small schools make it possible, make it actually easier to have the kinds of relationships that make improvement possible. The mentoring of junior faculty by senior faculty, the cultivating trust among faculty as well as between faculty and students, cultivating the relationships between neighboring schools that maybe make it possible to have consensus around shared facilities, right? Small schools make it possible but do not guarantee it, okay? So what the Gates Foundation and the Bloomberg administration did was they went and they took over high schools, right? And they stocked them willy-nilly with small schools, including charter schools, right? But these were not carefully curated institutions, okay? There was very little training, very little coordination, let alone collaboration. There was no secret sauce.